Hello and welcome to the latest episode of the Low Budget Review Show. I am your host, Eric Smith. Today I am talking about Splatter-Saurus by Judith Sonnet. Look at that fun cover. And this is about a dinosaur killing people. It's basically a slasher where the slasher is a dinosaur. It's a little tiny book. It's a quick read. And I gave it, I believe, 4 out of 5 stars. Pretty sure I did. Because, as with most of the Judith Sonnet stuff that I have read, it's just a lot of great, gory fun. We get to meet interesting characters and see them thrown to the wolves, figuratively speaking. Basically, we start with kind of a cold open that introduces the dinosaur, and then we meet our other characters. And basically, our main characters are 4 college students who are going away for the weekend. They go to a very religious college for various reasons, usually financial. So they're not necessarily of a religious nature. It's just what they have to do, and this college has very strict rules, very strict moral code. And so they've gone away, they've rented this cabin in cash, left their phones behind so that nobody is tempted to post anything to the internet, because like the slightest infraction can get them kicked out of school. Excuse me. So they've gone to this cabin, which happens to be the hunting grounds of the dinosaur, the Splatter-Saurus, as it were. We also meet these 2 redneck bad guys, very, very reminiscent of Edward Lee characters, and they are fun. I always hate to use that word with such despicable, horrible characters, but I think they're fun. It's a fun book. So, of course, all of these people, all of this comes to dinosaur slashery stuff. It's very gross. It is extreme horror. It's got the usual warning. This is an extreme splatterpunk horror. If you do not like extreme splatterpunk horror, then you will not enjoy this book. It is intended only for mature readers. So there you go. If you're not a fan of that sort of stuff, don't read it. I am a fan of that sort of stuff. And I did read it, and I enjoyed it. And there is an afterword, and I'll just read the first part. It says, "This book is stupid, but that's the point. Sometimes you don't want to sit down and read or write something that challenges the intellect or probes the deepest corners of the psyche. You want a B movie, which makes you smile and gives you a couple good chuckles." And that's what you're going to get with this. If you took the old Roger Corman movie, I believe, Carnosaur, and it was made by Edward Lee instead, that's what you're getting here. You're just getting a dinosaur ripping people apart. But as usual with Judith Sonnet, she develops the characters. They're not just cannon fodder. Maybe a couple people. But generally, our main characters have personalities. We get to know them. This is Judith Sonnet's strength in her writing, at least in the stuff that I have read. As much as she says this is a stupid story, and it's meant to be, she's still developing those characters, and that's why I'm a fan of Judith Sonnet's stuff. I do like to read extreme, gross out things. It's fun for me, and she raises that, much like Edward Lee, or the best authors in extreme horror. She raises it from just a splatterfest to something a little more by giving us well-developed characters. So 4 out of 5 for Splatter-Saurus by Judith Sonnet. I love dinosaurs killing people. Regular viewers know I love animals killing people. So this is a lot of fun. And there is a sequel, Splatter-Saurus Rex, by Brian G. Barry. I believe his middle initial is G. I believe it's Brian G. Barry. He has written a sequel called Splatter-Saurus Rex, and so I will have to pick that up and see where this... Yep, Brian G. Barry. It's there in the afterword. See where the story goes. See what happens. So Splatter-Saurus, Judith Sonnet. Good dino fun. Question for this video. Are you a fan of dinosaurs? Simple question. I am. Of course, as a kid, growing up, always loved dinosaurs. My favorite field trips were always going to the Natural History Museum so we could see the fossils and the dinosaur skeletons and all the cool dinosaur stuff. And I loved the old movies that I would see, you know, with stop-motion dinosaurs. Some better than others. But again, dinosaurs eating people. Was excited when I read Jurassic Park. Not so excited about the movie, but that's a personal thing that has to do with somebody I knew. I believe some people have heard this story. If not, you can ask me about it down in the comments. Yeah, give me cool dinosaurs. Give me dinosaur attacks. I'm a dinosaur fan. What about you? Do you like the Jurassic Park movies and Jurassic World movies? Do you like old Ray Harryhausen, again, stop motion, dinosaur type movies, dinosaur fiction? Or do you not care? Were you into it when you were a kid? Stopped being into it when you grew up? Let me know in the comments below. And if you have any comments, questions, or corrections, please put those in the comments below. Comments are open for spoilers. Just post a spoiler warning. We try to be polite here at the Low Budget Review Show. Please like, share, and subscribe. All the usual YouTube stuff. If you'd care to follow me on other social media, my Twitter is @Ronan5757. My Instagram, where I post pictures of books, comic books, board games, and fuzzy animals, is EricSmith5757. That's Eric with a K. ERIKSMITH5757. That's all I've got. This has been the Low Budget Review Show. I have been Eric Smith, and until next time, read more books.